In the heart of a quiet African town stood a clinic that was never empty. People traveled from far and wide to be treated by one man, Dr. Obesai. He wasn't just a doctor to the town, he was a symbol of hope, a man whose name was often whispered in prayer and praise. Dr. Obesai treated everyone. Rich or poor, clean or dirty, child or elder, his doors were open. He never turned anyone away, and many said his hands were touched by something divine. He healed what others couldn't. He smiled in the face of death. And he gave people a reason to believe again. But not everything that heals is holy. Behind the clinic's clean walls, behind the doctor's perfect smile, behind the lined shelves of medication, something else was going on. Something darker. It began with little things. A new nurse, Nene, had just started working at the clinic. Quiet and smart, she noticed that blood samples were often missing. Test tubes that should have been labeled and stored disappeared without a trace. Sometimes, the lab book was half filled. And occasionally, blood was collected for no medical reason. At first, she said nothing. Maybe it was a mistake. Maybe the samples were just misplaced. But then, patients began to act strange. Some would come in with minor symptoms, get treated, and then leave looking dazed. Some reported blackouts. Others complained of confusion. A few even had seizures in their homes. Still, the town didn't ask questions. Why would they? Dr. Obesai had healed their children, buried their dead, and stood with them during outbreaks. His name carried weight. But Nene began to feel uneasy. One evening, as the clinic was closing, she stayed behind to clean up. She watched from a window as Dr. Obesai carried a heavy blue cooler out of the back room. He looked around carefully, locked it in his car, and drove off. That night, Nene barely slept. A week later, a young man who had visited the clinic for a headache collapsed in the town square. No illness. No warning. His eyes were open, but there was no life in them. Whispers began. Small, quiet ones. Then Nene found something she couldn't ignore, a half-burnt patient file hidden in a storage box. The name was familiar. A woman who had come for treatment weeks ago, and was never seen again. No discharge. No transfer. No death report. Nothing. The next day, Nene went through the records. More files were missing. Some incomplete. Some with names crossed out. It was as if the people had vanished. That night, she began writing down everything she'd seen, the missing samples, the strange symptoms, the cooler, the vanishing patients. She didn't know exactly what was going on, but she was sure of one thing. Dr. Obesai was not the man everyone thought he was. And if no one else would look closer, she would. Even if it meant looking into something she wasn't ready to face. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment and share. Follow my channel to watch more videos or you may never come by this page again. Thank you.